In Huntington Beach, tucked away at the Shipley Nature Center, there's a magic world of composting taking place.
You only have one room for one compost bin in your backyard, and you need to make that as efficient as possible. Then one way to do it is break this down into tiny pieces.
Are you here for the seminar?
Yeah, we checked it.
Oh, good. Okay.
The Magic of Composting workshop teaches you how to transform kitchen scraps and backyard cuttings into rich compost for your plants and garden.
This is a completed compost. It's now cool to the touch. It's moist and has a rich brown color.
This program is a joint program of the Shipley Nature Center and the City of Huntington Beach. And our partners in the city are the Public Works Department. And so what we do is co-sponsor 4 seminars on composting each year, and we've been doing it for 10 years now.
The idea is to help the environment while saving money.
In order to show people how to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And in this case, it's backyard composting, the browns and greens, and it's your kitchen composting, which we call vermicomposting. And that's the worms, and that's what's so much fun.
So we have all our worms in here combined with the food waste and the decomposing organic matter.
Vermicomposting is the simplest form of recycling your decomposing organic matter. You're basically taking your food waste, feeding it to the worms, and they're eating it. That's all there is to it. The worms are doing all the work for you.
And there are different ways to house the worms.
We call this a feeding station.
Basic from a residential perspective, we have 2 types of worm bins. One that we call a feeding station that you basically plant into your garden environment or your planting environment. And the other one is a standalone where you can have it into your kitchen, on your patio or someplace like that you can throw your food waste and the worms will process it and convert it into castings for you.
So what are worm castings and what are the benefits?
Worm tea is the liquid equivalent of worm castings.
Castings is the manure or the byproduct from the process of vermicomposting. The worm castings, it has a natural growth enhancer for your plants, a natural immune booster for your plants, and a natural pest deterrent.
Take this and it's like a liquid fertilizer. You can spray it on the foliage of your plants or you can augment your watering routine with it.
To feed the soil, worm castings are used and provide nutrients for plants.
Which turns around and feeds the fruit and vegetables on their vines or stems, and that turns around and feeds us.
Carl Zernick is interested in stepping up the fertilization process in his backyard.
The fact that I believe that it works, the recycling part of it, which is really good, but the actual worm castings is really beneficial. It's for the fertilization, yeah. The recycling is secondary, but that's really the important part.
He's purchasing a worm kit today to start vermicomposting at home. Mika Mitchell is also ready to put some tips to action.
Definitely I'm going to bury the feeding station one in my garden because we grow greens and we grow tomatoes. And so he was saying that the worms will just go out and kind of populate the garden and help the plants, and then they'll come back. So we can throw all our waste and scraps into it and being good about the environment.
I didn't really understand how easy it was, and it seems pretty foolproof as long as you take care of your little creatures. So, and if you can get good soil out of it, which is what we need in the harbor, that'll be great.
Shipley Nature Center holds 2 seminars in the spring and 2 in the fall. You can contact the center for more details.